I love gifts that are very, very personal. I love anything that has a special monogram on it or anything that in whatever way that you're giving it to someone feels like you've really put thought into it or that you're really thinking about what you're giving to them. So I also have this very wonderful thing for beautiful little monograms, you know, wonderful little letters that you can do either a single letter or, you know, their whole monogram. And I'm always looking for this kind of stuff. I found these really cool little monograms in scrapbooking sections at different craft stores and things. There are tons of different ones that you can find. These are just a few. You can see I've already used some of them. And I love how artful these are. You know, they've got like a little picture behind each of them. I love these black ones, how severe and modern. They make me think of a public library. And then I found this interesting little grouping. These are actually metal and they're engraved with a little initial. And that's so cool. Some of these are actually, you know, these are actually raised a little bit. So they've got this wonderful little dome on top of them. They're just so cool. There's a million uses for these things. I mean, it is truly endless. You know me, the possibilities are endless. So I came up with this cool little project. I would love to get one of these from anybody, and I would love to give one of these to anyone. And it's super simple. All you really need are a few little wonderful objects, and I'll show you what we're gonna do with our objects. None of these are expensive. This is a vintage powder box that I found. These are probably made, you know, for drugstores and that kind of thing, but I usually pick these up. They're usually like $5 to $10 a piece. Same with this one. This is just like a little junky trinkety box, which isn't it just so cute though and vintagey? Not expensive at all, but what makes these special is that you're turning them into a wonderful little gift. Even this little pot is so darling with a little initial on, and then this this little beauty just to put some little initials on. It's just so charming. So really you can use whatever it is you want, but you know, this is just a fun, simple project to do. So grab yourself a cup of tea, get out your box of goodies, light yourself a candle, and we're gonna personalize some really cool items. So simple, what I'm gonna do is I'll do this little darling one first, and I love that this silver is just, you know, a little bit aged. This is not even silver, this is, you know, just an inexpensive cast metal, but I'm going to pick out one of these. I'll do this one in honor of my sister. So these actually have sticky stuff on the back, but it's not gonna keep it on there for very long. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is just put a little dab of glue right here, and you can use either hot glue or if you have any kind of, you know, craft-like glue. And I've got this lovely initial, an R for Robin, and I'm just going to stick it on there like that. But isn't that the just most charming little goodie? And I know Robin, she's always got all these cool vignettes, my sister Robin, and she would just plunk this down in the perfect spot. So that's just one. Oops, I turned it a little bit. So you want to make sure it's straight up and down. Do as I, there we go. Do as I do, not as I say. And then this one is so charming, and I love how springy these look. So I thought these would be really, really pretty on here. So I'm going to use 3 of them, and I'll do my mother. So that is A and F, and where is the S? AFS. Okay, so I'm just going to hold those. And same deal again. I'm just going to add just a little dab of glue. I'm going to do them one at a time so that I'm not, so the glue is actually staying hot. So there's the A, and then I'm going to put this one on. But you know, this is, it's so much fun to keep my eyes open for little wonderful things that you could do a project like this because, okay, there's the F. Isn't this cute? I also love how this little pot has a little bit of metallic gold. So pretty. And, oh, look at that. It's sticking to my skin. Okay, and then here's the S. So there's my mother's. Isn't that charming? You know, wonderful little pot. Again, perfect little thing to put just about anywhere. And I love how these are not too obvious. And, oh, you get those glue stringers. Don't worry about those. Just pull them off. So there's 2. See how fast this is? I mean, I'm literally, you know, just moving along. And then with this little lovely, I think I'm going to do, I'll do a friend of mine. So her initials are, so I'm just going to do 3 little dots of glue right along here. So there's the E. If you get a little glue sneaking up from the side, don't worry about that. You can get it afterwards. And, you know, usually if you just kind of scratch it off, it'll come right off, no problem. And worst case scenario, if you had to, you know, pop one of these off, it wouldn't be, you know, you can just stick a little knife underneath there and get that off. EWF. Isn't that cute? And I kind of did it off center, but you could put it right along the front or however you want to, you know, wherever you want it to go. I love those. I love that those are metal. They're so cool. And then this one is so wonderful and simple and vintagey. I'm just going to do one right there. So I think with this, I'm going to, again, go with one of these. No, I think I'll do one of these, actually. I'll do a B for Beth. And just put my little dab of glue right here. So you get where I'm going with this. I mean, it's way too cool. It's way too instant gratification. That's, of course, you know, I love instant gratification. There we go. There's the B. So, you know, keep your eyes open for wonderful, wonderful little trinkety things like this that you can turn into something special. And just make it personal. Any gift you're going to give, just try to make it personal. That's what's fun and special about these things. Anyone who receives one of these is not going to be thinking, you know, the cost of the gift. They're just going to be thinking, wow, how incredibly thoughtful that this person made something for me. They found something and they personalized it with my initials. I just think that is the coolest gift.